Tell me who you love, someone once wrote, and I will tell you who you are. I never believed in soulmates. The idea of a single spirit torn in half, the pieces flung far and wide in the world, is some kind of test.
The Germans have it in the death one.
God'd have to be awfully bored. Sarah?
Excuse me?
What do you say to your second self when you see it for the first time?
Well, catch you later, Lieutenant.
It took me 16 months to make a day's train ride. 16 months and a trunk full of letters.
Hey, look who's here.
Hey, Charlie.
I gotta be getting back. Okay, see you later, Dal.
Did you get one yesterday?
As a matter of fact, no.
You're kidding.
He got 3. Thank God he's on our side. Hey, I just got a bunch of stuff in this morning. A lot of 19th century. I haven't had a chance to go through it yet, but you want to look at it?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Great. One more thing to fix around here. Yep, guy dropped him off on a truck. He didn't seem to care much about him. Sold him to me by the pound. From the looks of it, I'd say I got a good deal. How does about a half piece sound to you? Potluck?
Fair enough.
How's the treasure hunting?
Whoever he was, I like his taste.
Anna Karenina, Tolstoy's best. I don't care what they say. Look at this. First edition. Hand-painted vellum, French bindings. I didn't see this one. You ever read it?
No, I've always wanted to.
Well, the first part's it's worth it.
A cold is a miserable thing. A cold may become a dangerous thing. Don't monkey around when you can get such a dependable preparation as Grove bromoquinine tablets.
Great. I was annoyed. A first edition, wasted with scribbles. But then, something I didn't expect. I started to read them. Sign of affection in a man is shyness, in a woman boldness.
She lifted up that hand and kissed it. He sank on his knees and tried to see her face, but she hid it and said nothing. At last, as though making an effort over her
Little by little, a voice began to shape itself in my mind.
but it was only more pitiful for that. All is
A
over,
woman's voice.
she said. I have nothing.
Anna's voice.
Remember that. I can never never forget what is my whole life. For one instant,
Anna was fiercely hard, never attracted by she knows her to moved away from him for pity's sake. Oh no, she feels completely across the face.
He had heard that women often did care for ugly and ordinary men, but he did not believe it, for he judged by himself, and he himself could not have loved any but beautiful, mysterious, and exceptional women.
Dear Mrs. Parker, my name is John Barnes. I live in Huntington, West Virginia. We've never met.
It's Gravity Cat. Same as yesterday.
Dear Mr. Barnes, I was very surprised to receive your kind letter the other day. To answer your question, yes, I did own a blue vellum-covered copy of Anna Karenina. It left my possession nearly a year ago, and by the rose book plate is surely the one you describe. In truth, it was sold by mistake, a result of my hasty departure from Huntington.
I must confess some embarrassment. Reading those familiar notes quoted back to me in a stranger's hand, I felt as if I'd dropped a love letter in the street. But that's what reading a book is to me, lingering over the parts I like, recording my insights and feelings. As long as I can remember, books have been my diary. Which brings me to wonder what kind of a man would call such vandalism inspiring. You've made me as curious about you as you claim to be about me. So, if I answer all your questions and tell you about myself as you ask, you must do likewise in return.
It turns out, about the time I arrived in Huntington, Sarah Parker left. She was living in Philadelphia now with her brother. She'd been to college, studied art. She even mentioned she'd been engaged once.
Cordially yours, Sarah H. Parker.
Hi, Mr. Davis.
Hi.
Mr. Davis.
So, you ready for this weekend?
This weekend.
The picnic, Rogers Hill Park. No. You are not getting out of it this time.
I'm sorry, man. I forgot.
That's too bad because Betty wants to meet you.
Betty.
It's always something with you. You got something about names?
No, I have a lot of work to do, and I
Does this have anything to do with that Charlotte Bronte of yours?
Who?
The writer, Philadelphia, what's her name?
Sarah.
Sarah, yeah. You still writing each other?
Yeah.
It's been going on for a while. Remind me how old she is again?
I don't know exactly how old she is.
You've been writing each other all summer, and you never asked her age.
Yeah, I asked her age.
And she said...
Didn't want to tell me.
She didn't want to tell you?
No. What?
I hope you like older women.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, how do you know?
Because I know.
How?
I can tell.
How tall is she? What color's her hair? How much does she weigh? You have no idea, dude.
I have an idea.
Betty is a beautiful brunette. What about Charlotte Bronte?
She hasn't sent me her measurements yet. Maybe next letter.
Oh, I see. You two are on a higher plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's wrong with asking her for a picture?
I don't want her to think I'm like that.
Like what?
I'm focused on that stuff.
Oh, you're waiting for her to ask first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. That'll make her think you're respectable.
I am respectable.
Yeah.
She did actually once write something about her age.
What?
She said, I'm as old as everything I've ever done, and as young as everything I still want to do.
What does that mean? That doesn't tell you anything.
That tells me everything.
It tells me she's a pensioner. Look, I'm picking you up on Saturday at noon, and you better be there, because there's gonna be an extra girl in the car, and she's gonna have your name written all over her.
Dear John, after all my prodding, I'm glad to hear you finally made it out to Rogers Hill. But tell your friend, the history teacher, that a blind date wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
What subject do you teach?
Mathematics?
Oh, I absolutely hated math.
You wouldn't if you'd have had Mr. Barnes.
Well, they say there's three kinds of people in this world. Those who can count and those who can't.
Isn't that the truth?
You did redeem yourself, however, when you told me that all that afternoon,
what I really wanted was to be in a tiny corner, writing you. If that sounds like a declaration, it is. Every time I write you, every time I read you, I feel a bit of my life happening. I want to propose something.
Dear John, your sweet letter came this morning. I think our meeting is a wonderful idea. Will you come to Philadelphia and be my guest? You could take the train, and I could meet you at the station downtown under the big statue. You can't miss it. A giant golden maiden in the center of the midway, holding two lanterns. She's supposed to represent the East meeting the West. I'll be celebrating Thanksgiving that week with my brother. Now that he knows about you, he's asked me 100 questions. It's made me realize I don't know one thing about you that would satisfy anyone else. Write me soon. Yours, Sarah. Oh, P.S. I'll wear a rose so you can find me. The same way you did before.
What do you think?
That's short.
I hope they send me to Europe.
Why?
All those French women, the way they talk, the sounds pushing out their lips, it's like they're kissing you with every word. Right, John?
Yeah, that's what I hear. I'm sorry, it just went off.
Well, what the hell are you doing with that out here?
We're going to war.
You don't bring your own gun. They give you a gun.
Yeah, I just thought that if...
Give me the gun.
Yeah, but Seth, I mean, if we just...
Jake, give me the gun. Give me the gun. Walk over here and give me the gun. Where's your bag? Go in the house, get your bag so I can put it in the truck. Go. Go. Can you believe I'm related to that? As long as the army isn't full of guys like you.
Sarah, just as I received your letter inviting me to Philadelphia, I received another ordering me to Tennessee.